Okay, and let me share my screen. Okay, share. Great. Okay. To avoid an infinity mirror, don't share your entire screen or browser window. Share just a tab that show my screen anyway. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, great. It's just three people. Oh, okay.
No, it's you.
Yeah.
The screen. Mm,
Okay. It's okay.
What's coming?
Even okay. Great. Okay. Now, before we start, okay. Just want to ask, did anyone practice on arrays and its methods in JavaScript? Did any one of you practice arrays and its methods and its creation, how to create and how to, how to use the methods? Did any one of you practice it?
A little bit. A
Mm,
little bit from
okay,
before.
okay.
Actually, for the last session, I stopped in this subtraction. It was as we didn't find solution for it. Do you remember?
Yes, yes,
It's for,
yes.
for
So,
mm.
did you find the solution for it?
No, I was just trying from my side to find
Okay.
it, but I did. But if you want, I can ask my
Nah,
husband.
it's completely fine. Thank you. I did find a solution. Actually, I found two solutions for it. Okay. One I tried. One I asked. To be honest, I asked ChatGPT. But one I tried from myself. Okay, from my end. Uh,
Okay.
so, yeah, we'll come to that. Uh, and also we had another query where if we have complex array where if there are numbers whole numbers and floating numbers and strings and characters and boolean values in an array, how exactly it is sorting, how when we use the sort method, how exactly it is sorting. So that also I found the solution. um, I found the logic, not the solution. Logic, what exactly is happening at the backend when we sort a complex array. We'll come to that. We'll definitely come to that. Okay. Before that, we'll do one thing. What I'm going to do here is we will complete strings and its methods and its users, strings, its methods and users. Okay, we will complete that. And then on Monday, I think Monday we will go ahead and revise because strings might take 2 days of time to complete. It, then strings topic, then we can go ahead and revise all these things. Then it will be good if we revise after that. Okay, so before that, any questions, any queries, any suggestions you have for me? Anyone, any questions, any queries, any suggestions, or anything that you want me to add apart from interview questions, apart from interview related topics that we need to discuss? Anything else, any more examples you, or I know, like a real world examples you want in order to understand the topics, anything like that?
Yes, Ashish, if they are real world examples, that would be very good.
Real world examples, right? Okay,
Yes.
fine. I'll try to get that. mm, okay, but
Because more
uh-huh.
practice examples, more we get to know the logic, is like then any question comes,
Mhm.
you know, we can solve it.
uh
I think.
Okay, you mean to say real world examples in the sense like the programs that we use or asked in the interviews, or uh, like I gave for a token example in a restaurant in that way?
No, no, not in restaurant. Like something like like when that you find in the books. For example, they say you okay this and this, and then we have to find. What we have to do. Is it like for loop or like while loop or
Okay,
like for example we have something else. You
okay,
know because this is the problem. You know the syntax, but you don't know when to use it. For example,
right.
use for loop when you have to when you have to
Understood.
array,
Understood.
translate the
Mm.
text to a
Mm.
code.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Now, sorry to say this, but my next question is the the programs which I have given for the assignment.
uh,
Did anyone complete it?
for me. No, I didn't. Sorry.
So those are
I have
real
not
world
completed, but
yeah.
yes, I have
But
done some of the programs, but I have not done.
Yes, so thank you. So those are real world examples. I mean, if you say
uh,
Fibonacci series, if you say reverse a string, if you say reverse numbers, reverse arrays, or if you say how to add all the, I mean, for loop, how to print each and every value, or how to loop. I mean, these are the I mean I can provide. I'll provide a very long list of I mean, the programs, but if you don't
Yes,
practice it, then
we have
yeah,
to do
then
practice as well. Yes, you're
yeah,
right.
tried. If I go ahead and try to explain those examples, I mean, the programs, it might be anything. It might be reverse a string. Yeah, I mean, some, you know, the famous interview questions I will, but other things, you have to practice. If and the
yeah,
assignments which I've given, those are frequently asked questions, asked programs in an interview. That is the reason I said multiple times. These are asked in interviews a lot of times. So please practice. So it's been a week or more, but so yeah,
but
please do.
Yes,
practice.
we will complete. We will
Yeah.
complete. Definitely, we
Yeah,
will complete.
Yeah. Please do. To be on a serious note, please do practice those programs because it will not. It is not only about Postman. I'm not only talking about Postman. The programs which I am providing, those programs will be asked in other interview questions as well. If you go for Selenium with Java, Selenium with C Sharp, or Playwright with anything, Playwright with the JavaScript, or Cypress with JavaScript, or Playwright with TypeScript. Okay, these interview programs are common. I mean, it is only the syntax which you need to change. Apart from that, everything, the logic is the same. Fibonacci series, or the yes, is if it is if the number is a prime or not. These this is a mathematical I mean formula which is same for every programming language. It is only how you write, how you use the logic. So, and take a number like 1 2 3 4, and add when you get an output. I want one number to be added to 1 2 3 4, so it should be 2 3 4 5. So it's a mathematical calculation, but it's only the way you write in a different programming languages, which is what you need to learn. So I'll provide the programs. I will definitely provide the programs. I'll also discuss couple of programs which are mostly asked in interviews, but others I really expect. uh, Yeah, I really expect you to work on and understand the logic, how exactly we are writing it, and why exactly we are writing it, and how exactly the output is given, or how exactly the input is given to the program, how each and every line of code is written, and why exactly we write it in this way. So these things are very important. Then then it will be very easy for you to write any example, I mean any real world example program. Okay, great. Okay, now we'll come to strings. Okay, now what is a string in a JavaScript? What is a string in a JavaScript? Only in
anything we
JavaScript.
write between
Huh?
this quotation, anything we write between this quotation,
Anything. So
double
anything in the
quotation, yeah,
sense,
can be
like
number,
number.
even yeah, it
Hmm.
can be number or
Hmm.
letter or a text or a word.
Yes. So here in JavaScript, we do not have character data type. Everything which I mean, single character is also a string. A word is also a string. A paragraph is also a string. And yeah, if we put numbers or floating point numbers in quotes, then that is also a string. Great. Now we'll come to the string and it's how to access the strings. I mean, the letters or the specific characters from the strings, and also we will see how the strings methods and their uses. Okay, so let me come here. Okay, first, this is a string literal. I mean, this is literally a string. That is what they call. I mean, this is a string. Oh, sorry, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
Ashish.
So here, this is a string literal. They say it as string literal. I mean, they say it in every programming language. This is a string literal, but nothing. This is nothing but this is a string value. This is string data type. And we in JavaScript we don't define a data type. It's just we use let or const. But this complete thing is called a string literal. Okay, we create strings in this way. In JavaScript, we create strings in this way. There is another way. I mean, let me scroll down. I think I can show it to you. There is one more way. Huh, we can create a string in this way also. I mean, using a new keyword, we can create a string in this way. But we never use this. So, but we never use this way. We never try to create a string in this manner. Okay, this is just for information. Like, we can also create a string. You can also create a string in this manner. Okay, this is nothing but using a new keyword, and it's like creating an object. We can say creating an object. Okay, like new string object. We are creating a new string object, but we don't use this. The only way we use to create strings is in a simpler manner. Let uh, variable name and the assignment operator, and then the value of the string. Okay, this is how we create a string. Now, if you want to access, if you want to access a letter, a letter from a string, a letter from a string, then here as well, in strings as well, in strings also, we give indexing. We give indexing to the letters in the string, or letters in the string, or if there is only one letter, then one index. So how exactly the indexing starts? Does it start from 0 or 1?
Zero.
Zero.
So same, it starts from first strings as well. There's no difference at all. There's no difference at all. Okay, what I'll do is I'll copy this. Okay, copy. uh, Remove.
Ashish, there's so much background noise.
Sorry.
It's like I
Yes,
think
there
we.
is a noise.
From my end.
Yes, Ashish.
Oh, sorry. Wait. Listen. Uh, now, still.
No, now
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Now, same here. Now, this is 0 index. This is 1 index. This is 2 index. This is 3. This is 4. And spaces. Spaces also count as an index. Spaces also counts as an index. See, now I'm trying to print only for the str1 variable. Only for the str1 variable, I'm trying to access the letters in a string. Okay. Now I'll run this. See, n, which is n. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is string 2. From string 2, I have accessed the index 3. Index 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this one, 3. Okay. And then from string 1, I've accessed a 5 index. What is a 5 index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Space is a 5 index. So that is what has been printed here. So how do you access, how do you access? Like in arrays, you use this, I mean, you use the square brackets, right? In the same way, you use it in strings as well to access a letter. Now, I'm directly printing it. So here, I'm taking str 2, okay, string 2, and I'm giving a square bracket. In square bracket, I'll give some index number from random index number. Let's see what will be the character that is printing. G. So G is the 12th index. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space is also one index. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it should be, why it is printing G? 1, oh, sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12. So 12. That is what it has printed. So in order to access any letter from the string literal, from the string variable, I can say string variable or string literal, then we do it in this way. We give the string variable name, then in square brackets, we provide the index number. Understood? Same as for arrays, we do the same for strings as well. And here also, indexing starts with 0. And if there is any space, that space is also counted as an index, is also reference to an index. Okay, not in arrays, but here, if there is a space, then it is also considered as one of the index number. We need to count them as an index number. Okay, great. Now, the next topic, concatenating two strings. Okay, concatenating two strings. This we have seen, we have done a lot of times, but still there is one more way of concatenating two strings. Okay, let me remove this. Here we, okay, let me comment this. Okay, we know how to concatenate a string, right? Like plus, using the plus operator. Using the plus operator, we can go ahead and concatenate two strings. Here we are adding never plus, given some space with an empty string, and then we have printed stop learning. Okay, so when we run this, we get never stop learning. Okay, it's already given space, right? So let me do, okay, now it will do never stop learning. Okay, so this is how we concatenate a string. Now tell me, there is another way how we can concatenate two strings. How can we do that? There's one more way in
With the
JavaScript.
help of concat function.
No. That is different. We haven't spoken about it yet. There's one more way in order to concat two strings. How can we do that? Okay. Using string interpolation. How do we do that? Dollar sign, then backticks, then curly braces, str1, then give a space, curly braces, str2. In this way also we can concatenate two strings. Oh, this one error. I think the syntax is incorrect. Syntax is incorrect. Mm, mm, mm. Should keep here. Mm, Syntax is incorrect. Yes, syntax is incorrect. Okay, now it will be fine. See, we can also concatenate two strings using string interpolation method. This is called a string interpolation method. We have discussed about this, where we use backticks and then a dollar sign. Then we place the variable name in curly braces, and we need not to give any plus sign or spaces. It automatically takes the spaces. See, if I give more spaces here, okay, I'm giving more spaces here. Now if I run this, see, it has automatically taken spaces. So we need not to take the trouble of adding plus and then two double quotes and give spaces here in this way. If we use in this way, this is also one. I mean, here automatically it takes the spaces, and it formats the way we have written this statement. Okay, this is string interpolation. We can also concatenate in this way as well. Okay, now coming to a method. Okay, now coming to concat method. I mean, how can we concat two strings? How can we add two strings? Is by concat method. So here, this is a method, right? Why this is a method? Because we have parenthesis.
Parentheses.
Yes, that is the reason this is a method. So we can, so concat method. So this is a method. Okay, using concat method, we can we can go ahead and add two strings. Now, let me, okay. Now, why did I create it in a new, why did I create a new string variable? Okay. And why did I place the complete thing in this string variable? Because when we are adding this string and also this string using concat, sorry, using concat method, it creates a completely new value. That is the reason, in order to store that complete new value and to work on that particular new value, we take it in a new variable. We can also go ahead and print it if you want. It is completely up to you how you want to store it in a different variable, or if you want to print it directly. Okay, so if I run this, oh, mm, need to place it outside. See, so here also you can add the same thing. There is nothing difference. Plus plus okay. mm, hmm. Same thing. But what I did is I wanted to place it in a different variable and then print that single variable rather than writing this complete str.concat everything into console.log. I took each this complete thing into one variable and then printed that particular variable. Okay, and how do you go ahead and concat? It is str1 first string variable dot concat, then in parenthesis give the next string variable. Now if you want to concat three string variables, let's see, can we do it or not? Okay,
Yes, we can do it. Dot concat, and we can pass string 3 as well.
okay, let's see that. So here another dot, then concat, then str3. Okay, let's see if this works or not. Okay, let me take it in a different variable and then print this variable. Okay, yeah, str3, str3. Okay, I think I need to comment this.
Actually, you can take a str4, right? Because you have already mentioned str3 equal to please. So you have already
Oh,
mentioned
sorry,
it.
sorry. Okay, okay, I duplicated the variable. Okay, okay, I duplicated the variable. Sorry, sorry. My bad, my bad. Okay. str5. Right. Okay. Yeah. No. Sorry, my bad. Okay, already. Yes, yes. Already has been declared. Yeah, I haven't read the error message. My bad. Now let's run this. Yeah. So it concatenated. So we can also use in this way. We can go ahead and concat, multiple strings by chaining. This is called chaining method. Dot concat, another dot concat, and again you can use dot concat method if you want to concat any other string. Okay, it is nothing but dot concat method. Okay, so this is how you can concat multiple strings, and if you want to place that in a different variable, you can place it in a different variable and then print it. Okay, so we are done with this. Any doubts in here?
No, Ashish.
Okay, great. Now, yeah, so this is string interpolation. We did discuss, but still I want to show this. Okay, copy. Okay. Mm, yeah, let me take this out. This is also nothing but you can go ahead and you can use the variables. You can use the variables and not use the plus operator or a double quotes. Rather than using them, we can go ahead and use this backticks, and then we can place the variables using the dollar sign and a curly braces, and you can print it. Like here I have okay, string 3. I'm missing string 3, right? Let me take that string 3 as well. Okay, let me write it directly here. Let str3 equal to hello. So this is how. Now if I run this, see, so here the modification, the alteration can be done very easily. Like if you want to give m- multiple spaces here, and if you want to give another spaces here, then you want to add something here. Okay, and so you need not to use any plus signs or any double quotes. It will take automatically. It will take all the format. The format is taken automatically. So it is less work for you. If there are multiple variables, so many variables, and so you need to go ahead and add plus sign and double quotes and give spaces, it will take real long time. Rather than that, you can use a backtick. Then only for the variables, whenever the variables are used, there you need to use the dollar sign. Then under curly braces, inside the curly braces, you need to place the variable name. You need to place the variable name. So once you place the variable name, then spaces. If you want to give spaces, you can give spaces. If you don't want to give spaces, you need not to give spaces. But spaces, when you give spaces, it will be easy to read the code. That is the reason. See, so this string 3 has been printed here, then days has been printed here, and hours has been printed here. So I want to do one thing. This, this I wanted. Yeah. So this should be the motto always. Okay. Never stop learning. Never miss out this fun hour. So 365 days, 24/7 hours. Okay. So never stop learning. And this is for everyone. And this is how you can excel. So, and this is how a string interpolation is used. Any doubts in string interpolation? The only thing here is you need to use backticks. You need to start with a backtick, not the single quote, not double quotes, backticks. Then only for variables you use the dollar sign. Then in curly braces you place the variable name. Any doubts here?
No,
No.
Okay,
yeah.
great. Now, okay, we did discuss about these as well. Okay, let me see. This we will be not using. I mean, you might not come across this much, but still. Okay. Here, this keep this aside. Okay, let me give some space here. Okay. Here, we have discussed about this too. When there is in your string, when there is a single code used, then you need to use double quotes outside. You need to use double quotes outside to print the string. When there is a double quotes in your string, okay, when there is a double quotes in your string, then you need to use single quotes outside. Then you need to use single quotes outside. Okay. So this is a small trick. Like if there is it's like when we write it's we use single quote, right? So if we want to print that it's a Sunday, it's a fun day, then you need to use double quotes outside. I mean, for the complete string, and some middle names have double quotes. So for that to print that complete name, then you need to use single quotes outside the string. Outside the string, you need to use single quotes. Okay. But this is I mean, this is just a small trick, nothing more. So and escape sequences, you will find this escape sequences in all the programming languages. In all the programming languages you will find this escape sequences. If you want to use single quotes only for the string, outside the string, even if you have a single quote inside your string used, then you use backslash before the single quote. And here as well, if you want to use double quotes, then you go ahead and use double backslash before inside the string, before the double quotes, you use the backslash. This is, I mean, this is not required. This is not required. This is more as a for a developer, more for a developer, not for us, but just for an information, just for an information. If you want to use these two things, you can go with the previous trick. I don't recommend this because it is okay if you have a single quote, then use double quotes. If you have double quotes, then use single quotes. But here, if you want to print something in a new line, okay, if you want to print something in a new line, then you use backslash n. So let me print this. Okay. See, do small things is printed in a new line. Do small things, because we used backslash n. This is nothing but a new line. Okay, it creates a new line. You know, when we are executing our program, and this is same for Java and C sharp as well. You'll come across Java and C sharp as well. When you come across escape sequences, then you'll find backslash n is for a new line, creates a new line. Now someone tell me, what does backslash t do?
Return,
Sorry,
return to the line.
returns to the line.
Yeah.
No, anyone. I'm really not sure it works in JavaScript or not, but other programming languages it does work. So let's see if it works here or not. Okay. So what does backslash t does is it gives a space when you for a tab key. When you hit the tab key, that amount of space is given when you use backslash t. Let's see if it works or not here. Huh, it has worked. So when you use backslash t, then it gives space of tab key. Like when you press the tab key, so you need not to give, you just need to give backslash t, so it gives this amount of space. Okay. Now, if you want to print this, you might come across, okay, this you might come across when you want to print the path, when you want to print the path, and that path already has a backslash, then you just need to add another backslash so that it prints the path correctly. Okay, it prints the path correctly. See, it printed the path. Okay, where did you save your folder. Where did you save your folder? I mean, especially when data driven testing or these kind of testing, you might need to provide this paths. Or also when you're importing something, I mean, in Selenium, you import the web driver from one of the paths, right? Or you say that the path is here in my system, the Chrome driver or these drivers. Okay, any drivers or any software which is used uh, for the Selenium or for automation, then that path, if you want to provide the path in, and if you want print it, then you use, actually the path already has a backslash, so you just need to add another backslash so that it prints in a right way, in a path, I mean, it shows in a pathway. Okay, so is this about backslash n, or backslash n gives a new line, creates a new line. Backslash e gives a space of tab. And then if you want to print a path which already has a backslash, then you just need to add another backslash before that backslash. Then it prints it correctly. Okay, understood.
Yes, Ashi.
Great. Okay. So this we don't need it. Okay, forget that we I mean we ever had this, because we don't create a string using a new keyword, or we don't create as a string object. I mean, we don't do it. So just ignore this. Let me comment this out so that, okay, we always create using like simple way, let string, or let any name, or const any name, and then a value of the string. Okay. Okay. And these things also, now we are jumping into string methods and their users. Okay, we have already seen one method. Which method did we see? Which was a method that we have seen already?
You mean the like
we all
additional answers?
we already discussed one string method. Which was the string method that we have discussed?
Concatenate.
Concat. We
Ah, concat.
discussed concat method, right? We already discussed the concat method. So we will see other string methods. Okay, we'll see other string methods, and these methods you will find in most of the programming languages. Okay. Okay. Let me do this. Just here. So this, okay, this is a string. Now, if you want to print each and every letter in lowercase, each and every letter of this string in lowercase, you just use dot to lowercase method, to lowercase, and give parenthesis. Okay, let me comment this. Okay, and let me write this. See, everything is printed in lowercase. Everything, each and every letter is printed in lowercase. So how do you write it? You take this variable name dot to, which is in T, is in lowercase, and then O, then lower. First letter starts with uppercase, then another case of T starts with uppercase, case. Then as this is a method, you give parenthesis. This is how you write the method for two lowercase to print a string in lowercase. Now, now as we can print this in lowercase, we can also print it in uppercase. So how do you do that? You just write str dot to UGC. What?
Upper.
Ashish, actually,
Mm, yeah. Yes.
we are
Yes.
getting some background noise.
Sorry. Sorry. Now
Now it's fine.
I think the mic. I think the holding of the mic is not correct for me. I think I need to hold it in this way. Now is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, I think this should be the position. Okay, thank you, Manati. Okay, so this is how you print in uppercase. Okay, if you want to print the complete string, or then you can print it in using this to uppercase method. You can use this, and it prints the string in uppercase. Okay, I think you would have come across this two methods in Java as well, right? When you have learned Java.
Yes, yes, Ashish.
Yes. So same in C sharp as well, okay? There's no difference. So let me print it. See, one everything in lowercase, one everything converted into uppercase. So three methods we have discussed. Four, I think. Four? No. Okay, three. Yeah, one concat, one to lower, and one to upper. Okay. Now, if if we want to check, if we want to check, okay, if certain word, certain word or letter is present in the string or not, then what is the method that we use? We use includes. Okay. So let me copy this results. Oh, copy. Okay. Control C. Okay. And remove here. And let me create a variable. Let's say const str. Okay. As why str I have used, because str is what used in here. So that is the reason. And I'll create a variable, string variable, stating learn, learn Java, learn the programming language, which is JavaScript. Okay. Um. Okay. Language. Okay. Now, so we are checking here if learn word is present in the string, in this particular string variable or not, and also we are checking if JavaScript is present in this string variable or not. And how do you check? Includes, dot includes method. In the method, sorry, in the parameter, in the parenthesis, you provide parameters, are arguments, or you can say an input. Okay, you need to provide an input before two methods. I mean, in concat method as well, we provided an input which is next string variable name, next. So we can say this area as an argument or parameters, or we can also say it as input as well. We can say anything, but most of the programmers use this as an arguments. They say it as an arguments, or they can also say parameters. Okay, it's up to you what do you want to call it, but we can also say it as input. In a simple manner, we can say input. Okay. So here we provided an input. In concat method, we provided one input, but in two lowercase, we haven't provided any arguments or input, or yeah, arguments. Yeah, we haven't provided it. And to uppercase as well, we haven't provided any of the arguments, okay, or parameters. But in dot includes method, we need to provide an argument. We need to provide an input. Why? Why? Because we are checking something. We are checking if this word is present in the string variable or not. We are checking that. So in order to check, we need to provide some data, right? If I want to check something, if it is present, if in my house, uh, if a table is present or not, I need to check. Then I have to provide, like, stating that yes, I'm trying to check if table is present in my house or not. So table is an input here. So in the same way, in this complete string variable, I am checking if learn word is present or not. So how do you check it? You use the variable dot includes, then learn. then you give an input. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me comment this. Okay, and I'm placing that in a different variable. Then I'm printing that particular variable. Okay, let me run this. Okay, I got true. Why true? Because learn is present in this string. Okay, so it is, how do you write the syntax? Str, which is a variable name, dot includes, okay, in parenthesis you give argument, you give the argument. Okay, so this is how you write. Now tell me, so it has given a boolean value as an output. It said yes, learn word is present in your string, so it is true. Okay, now tell me, what will be the output of this one? What will be the output of this one? True or false?
False.
Why
False.
false?
Because JavaScript is not available in the string.
JavaScript is not available.
Oh,
Java.
it's available. It's available. I'm so
Hmm.
sorry. It's available.
Okay, so is it true or false?
It's true.
True. Everyone
True.
on everyone on the same page? True. Everyone are saying true, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's run this. Why did it give false?
Because JavaScript J is capital in a string and we
Uh,
have type in a small letter.
uh, we discussed at the very beginning, right? JavaScript is a case sensitive language.
Yes, yes.
So as here J is uppercase, J is lowercase, so that is the reason it printed false. So if we replace this with capital J, then it will print true. And if here it is in S is in uppercase and here S is in lowercase, what will be the output?
False.
True.
Correct.
True.
How true? No true. It will be false because here S is in uppercase, here S is in lowercase. It will check each and every letter. It will compare everything same. Is it same or not? In here, now tell me, now what will be the output of this one?
False.
Yes.
False.
Why false?
Because
Because here R is caps, here R is in lowercase. So JavaScript is a case sensitive language. That is the reason. Please be careful whenever you're trying to, you know, it's not only for the strings. Okay, it's not only for dot includes method. It's not only for this. When you're writing, creating some variables, let's say you have created here str in uppercase, but you're trying to writing str in lowercase, this also doesn't work. So it should be the same. It should be exactly same. Okay, then only your program works. At times, your program throws an error if um, the I mean if the case sensitivity doesn't match. Now, now I have one more question. Okay, let check. I've commented one, right? Equal to str dot includes. Okay, here. Okay. Now, so what do you think it will what do you think it will give an output at when I'm printing str1? What will it print? Will it print true or will it print false or will it print will it throw an error or will it say undefined? As Ashish is not included in str. Oh, let me choose this field. Str. Then what will it give an output?
undefined.
Undefined. Okay, let's see. False.
False.
So as this
It does not
why
exist.
yeah
There is
why sorry.
it does not even exist, Ashish.
Yes, but still. Okay, now I'll tell you. Okay, this printed false, right? Okay, leave this. Okay, come on. Now here, mm, okay, let me take this a slower thing. Now, why did it print false here? Because here J is an uppercase, S is in uppercase, here J is in lowercase, and S is in lowercase. For JavaScript, for JavaScript programming language, this JavaScript word also doesn't exist here at all. In this complete sentence, it doesn't exist. This is completely different. This JavaScript is completely different. And the one which we have written in the includes method, JavaScript is completely different. So this word also doesn't exist in the string variable. So it is given false here, right? So same way it given false for Ashish. As this doesn't exist, in the same way this also doesn't exist. So it printed false for this. It will print false for this as well. Understood?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Ash.
Okay.
Ash,
Good.
it's too much noise again.
Now,
Now it's better. Sometimes it's constant, but now it's okay. It's like
now again.
now is good. Now is good.
Thank you. I don't know what. How can I
I think
handle
you
this?
touch something and it starts. I think you touch something and it becomes noise.
Uh, I do. I didn't touch anything. I don't know. Okay, let me. I'll try to use an other headset. Let me see if that works from tomorrow. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So we are good with the dot includes method, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. Now we'll go to the next method. Okay. This we're almost done. Okay, we are almost done. Okay. This is also same actually we how we used array method same it's almost similar with strings as well. So uh, it's let me go ahead and copy this character at. Okay, we will be using this character at a lot. Okay, I'll tell you when we reverse a string at that point of time we will be using this character at. Okay, now let me take this out and here. Okay, what this does is, okay, character at 5. Okay, what this method char at. Okay, here please see here the method has two words. Okay, not one word, two words, and the first word of the method starts with lowercase, but the second word of the method starts with uppercase. So the syntax is dot char a in caps at parenthesis. Okay, and here are we passing any arguments or not? Are we giving any input or not to the method? Are
Yes.
we are right?
Yes. 5 and 55.
Correct, correct. So what we are doing here is char at 5, nothing but character at the place of index 5, print that particular letter. That is what it is asking for. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is space.
Space.
Okay, let's run this. Okay, 55 is also space. Let me see. Let me give 25 here. Okay, G, which is not sure with G. Okay, here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this G has been printed. This G has been printed in the next line. Now, if let's we are giving some out of length of character, let's see what will it print. Okay, let me try to run this.
Undefined.
No, thank- it didn't actually. Yeah, that is what I mean. uh, JavaScript is little weird. Okay, little weird programming language. it, it doesn't throw much errors. uh, it gives undefined when we try to access arrays out of um, border, out of length or out of border. But in strings, when we access the character out of border, out of length, it gives us a I mean blank. There's nothing. The result is nothing. Okay. That is,
Ashish,
yeah.
yeah, how we use JavaScript for automation,
How do we
uh,
use JavaScript for?
to automate for automation of API, and it does not show errors when it has to be like an error, but like now, and it
Uh-huh.
didn't show error. It means that the test will not be like very
No, no, no,
accurate.
no. No. Undefined and object reference not found. These things we will come across where we say undefined. Undefined is also an error because we are not undefined is one type of an error. Object reference not found or object created, but the right result is not found. Like let's say, what is 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3.
Five,
2 plus
five.
3 equal to 5, right? Now,
Mm,
this is 5 is what we are expecting, right? 5 is
yeah,
what we are expecting. Now, if I say 2 plus 3 equal to undefined, if the output is undefined, then what is this the expected output? Is this
no,
no? So what will you do? You will go ahead and check your code once again. You'll see if you have written the code, the logic correctly or not. See, as we are used with Java, C sharp programming languages a lot. We come across a lot of errors, and we say that, oh, okay, the error it should throw an error, but it's nothing like that. If anything which we are not, if the output is not as expected, then that is an issue. That is an issue, and we have to go ahead and check our code and fix our code in order to get the expected output. So undefined or object not created, object reference is not defined. So these are also considered as one of the error because
and null also,
uh, sorry,
null also is considered as error.
which one? Sorry.
Null,
Null, yes, null also. If you let's say if you 2 plus 3 equal to null, is this the expected output?
no,
No. So you go ahead and check your code. If 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 not undefined, but if your output is expected as null, if the output is expected as null, then if you are getting null, then that is fine, but not undefined. Undefined is not, it's one kind of an error. It's one kind of an error, but it not throws an error like other programming languages and scare you like, okay, you have an error, so go ahead and fix it. And like huge lines of code, and some we don't understand at all. But here it says undefined, so please check your code and see where exactly you went wrong. So that is a little difference from other programming languages when it comes to JavaScript. And why null, when we can get null as an expected output, is when you use databases. Okay, when you try to create columns in database. Okay, or when you create yeah, in databases, especially in databases, um, if they if there is some record, okay, and that record has effective from date, okay, effective from date, and also there is another column named as effective to date, okay. And if you don't want to expire that particular record at all, if you don't want to expire that particular record at all, then you only give this data, and here you give it as null. You give it as null. So, I mean, this record never expires, never ever expires. So here you give it as null. Okay. I think I can show. Putting in the this was see null values. So these are also valued. Null is also one kind of output which we are expecting, which we are expecting. So that is not an error. That is not an error. Okay. Here, if you run this, see, select customer name, contact name, address from customers table where address is null. I mean, we don't know the address of them. We don't know. Still, we are not sure what is the address. So that we can store it as null. Later, when we have the record or the data, we can go ahead and insert it in that particular column. See, so null is also one of the output. So that is fine. Null is fine. But undefined is not fine. And object is also not fine. Object not referenced, that is also not fine. Okay, this should also not come when we are testing APIs using Postman and JavaScript. Okay, and I think when you're using Playwright with TypeScript or Cypress with JavaScript, also you should not get these kind of outputs. You should not. Understood?
Yes, yes, I understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Null is also one of the data type. We can say null is also one of the data type. So especially for databases, we can say there exactly it is used a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay. So we understood string at caret. So this is how you do it. This is how you access. And if we go out of bounds, then it is a white blank space. It prints a blank space. Okay. As it hasn't found that any letter in this 125 index. Okay. Now coming to index. Now we are printing the reverse thing. Okay, we are printing reverse. I mean, we are printing the index number, not the letter, but we are printing the index number. Okay. So here we are printing J. Okay, we want yeah, okay. Then S. Okay, let's run this. See 40. This index is 40. J's index is 40. And force here this index is 51. And s which s which s which s do you think it has taken? Did it take this s or this s, or is there any other s? Yeah,
Last piece.
yeah, there is one more s. Sorry, this s, it
Each.
took the, yeah, it took this s. Okay, so mm, so how do we, sorry, someone was saying something. Hmm. So how do we write this syntax? Variable name dot index. Here also we have two words. First word starts with lowercase and the second word starts with uppercase. And then in parenthesis, we give a parameter. We give a parameter. Anything, input, parameter, argument, okay, anything. Okay. So this is how I mean, this is the reverse. Like first we checked what is the index number. Sorry, what is the letter in that particular index. Now here we are printing what is the index number of a letter or a word. Okay, so we check for the course. Let's see, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Yes, it printed 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So when we said course, it printed 51. This starting from here. And for S, this is the first one. Now let's say if it we don't have this S. Now tell me which S it will, which one it will consider, the uppercase one or the lowercase one.
Lowercase one. This one.
Perfect. Yes.
Ashish, when they are so it takes the first letter that it's in
Yes.
the
Correct. It takes
if
the
there are
first.
mm,
If
yeah.
there are multiple, okay, then we have to. Okay. we'll check on that. If there are multiple, let's say if there are multiple, let me take this, we'll come across that. Okay, now I want to access this S but not this S. Okay, so what I'll do here is, I think this should work. This should work. No, it didn't work. mm, let's see, I think we have something for that. Let me check. I'll check on that. I think we do have it. No, we don't have it. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll definitely look into that and I'll come back with an answer tomorrow. Definitely. Mm, okay.
Okay.
And also, I think if we use multiple, let's say after J, if we use something, let me give capital S here. Let's see if it prints this or not. Now it only takes the first letter. It doesn't
Oh,
consider the second one at all. So if so, this is not. But if I want to access the second S, okay, I'll come to that. I'll definitely get an answer for this. Okay. So this is how you access number, the number of a letter in a string. Okay, index of, you use dot index of, then in parenthesis you provide this what they say, the input. Okay, s, actually if I say s comma, then here other programming languages, I think this is how it works. Let's see, 3. No, this doesn't work. No, it is not working. Index of s. No, I'll check on this. I'll check on this and I'll come back to you. Definitely. Understood till here?
yes, Ashish.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
clear.
And please check from your end as well. I mean, if we have multiple, then which one it. I mean, if you want to take the second letter, will this work? No, it didn't work. No, it didn't work. Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
This. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course, have it.
Sorry.
The
Sorry.
second one, this the line 6, yes. The
Mm-hmm.
sign, the
Mm-hmm.
line 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the course.
Mm-hmm.
How what I didn't get it.
This
It's of course.
51. 51 is the starting index. 51 is the starting index. It doesn't consider this all. This completely it ignores, but it will only check for this one. What is the
Okay.
index of this? It printed 51. It I mean, we just added a word, but okay, there's one more thing. Okay, I think, yep, I was actually console.log string dot index of um index of index of 2. Okay, now tell me what will be the output of this. What will be the output of this?
A, empty.
Empty, empty. Okay, let me run this. It will be -1, the output of index, because it hasn't found this index. Oh, I mean, it hasn't found 2 in the string. That is the reason it printed -1. It will be the same for others also. If I mean, copy, paste. If I say shish, for this also it will print -1. See, it printed -1. So there are minor differences with other programming languages. So we just, practice will definitely, we will get used to it. We'll get used to it. So here, if we don't find this letter or this number in the string variable, then it will print -1 as an output. It doesn't throw any error. It doesn't say undefined. It doesn't say blank. It throws -1. as an output. Okay, and this is how
Okay.
JavaScript. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry. So -1 is it means it's for testing. It's not it does not match the expected result. Yes, it means
yeah, but we
like
can. Yeah, no, no, we can use this as a negative test scenario. We can use this as a negative test scenario when we say index of 2, and if we are not getting -1, and if we are getting some index number, then this test case is failed, or this test step is failed. When we say index of Ashish, and we don't have Ashish in the string, but still it gives 51 or 38 or 40, then this test step is failed. If it gives -1, then the test step is passed. So this is how you can test in testing.
Mm. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So you use it as a in the case you put this is a one of the negative scenarios.
Yes, perfect. One of
Mm.
the negative scenario.
Okay. Thank
Now,
you.
you're welcome. Now we'll come to the trim method, and here as well. Okay, there's one thing in JavaScript. Uh, okay, I think I'm pretty sure as you're learning Java. I mean, there are three trim methods: trim start, trim end, and trim. What is the difference? Can anyone explain? Trim start, trim end, and trim methods. There are three methods. So, what is the difference between these three methods in Java? In Java, not JavaScript. Anyone? Okay, no worries. Okay, so trim. What does trim does? It trims everything. If there is any white spaces in the beginning or at the end in the string, it will trim everything. I mean, it will cut all the white spaces and it will print the string. If we use trim start method, then it will only cut the start of the spaces. Start, if there is any white space in the start at the beginning, it will cut that and it will print the string. It will keep this end white space. Okay. If we say trim end, it will trim the end of the white space. It will cut the white spaces here, but it will keep the start beginning of the white space. This is in Java and C sharp. This is in Java and C sharp. But in JavaScript, you don't have these methods at all. You don't have trim start or trim end. You just have trim method, and it will trim in the perfect manner. It will trim the beginning, it will trim the end. If there are any spaces, it will trim everything. So there is only one method, dot trim, only one method, and it trims the starting and the ending if there are any spaces. There is no trim start or trim end. You don't have this at all. Like if I run this, let me run this. Okay, you don't have, actually there's nothing. I mean, it doesn't work, to be honest. If I run this and keep this, now if I see, okay, it does work. It does work, I think it does work. Oh, it is working, sorry, it is working. Okay, great. If it work, it's working. Okay, sure. Okay, sorry, my bad. When I tried, it didn't work. Okay, so we have trim start and trim end. So how do you write this syntax? Str dot trim, which cuts the white spaces, and then give us parenthesis. No arguments or no input should be given here, not required. Just in this way, and give semicolon. Okay. So dot trim. You need not to use trim start or trim end as well. I think that is what I meant. Okay. Let me if I use only trim also, this will work. Yeah. See, it trimmed everything, the starting and the end, everything. So we can go with dot trim, or if you only want to trim the start beginning at the spaces, then use trim start. If you want to trim the end side, then use trim end. Okay, so str dot trim. First, as these are two words, so first word in lowercase starts with lowercase, second word starts with uppercase. Okay, same str dot trim second letter, second word starts with uppercase. So we do have these three methods in JavaScript. Okay. So you can use this. My bad, my bad. Sorry. So either use trim or trim start or trim end. According to your uses, according to your use, you can use it. Okay. So this is how you trim the white spaces if there is any in the string. Okay. And it is the same for every programming language. It is the same. Now coming to next, slice and split. Okay. Slice is nothing but we are slicing, like we slice the bread, right, in the bread or cake, sorry, as we slice the cake, in the same way we slice the string. Okay, let me slice the string. Okay. Okay, now what does this dot slice method does, and how do we write the syntax of it? Str dot slice, in parenthesis we give two parameters, two inputs, one starting index, okay, then the ending index, ending index number, starting index number and the ending index number. Okay, let me take this out the white spaces. Okay. Now, so when we are slicing it and when we are slicing a cake, okay, a new piece is created, right? A new piece is created. So in the same way, when we are slicing a string, a new value is created. That new value, I'm storing it in a new variable. Then I'm printing it. Then I'm printing it. So here the index starts at 10 and ends at 17. So let me run this. See, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it starts at P. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the last index, this one is ignored. Ignored. Okay. So it will print from index 10 to index 16. Okay, index 16, 17, this 17th index will be ignored. So the second parameter, second parameter is ignored. Okay, is ignored. Okay, so when we say str slice 10 17, so it will start at 10 and 17 minus 1 it will print, 17 minus 1 it will print. Okay, so but we give two arguments, two inputs here, starting point and the ending point. Ending point is ignored but ending point should be given. Okay, so that it will print before 1, minus 1 of the ending point. So here this is the starting point, starting point, and this is the ending point. Okay, ending point. So this is how a slice method is used. Now tell me, let me take this everything out. Mm, okay, let me. mm, Yep. The starting I'll say 0 and the ending I'll say index as 5. So what will be the output? What will be the output? Starting 0 index, ending index is 5. So what will be the output?
Learn, learn.
Sorry, learn. Only learn, right?
Yes.
Without space. Yes.
I-
Space. This
Yeah.
space is
We start
ignored.
from zero.
Yeah.
No,
So
because we start from zero. L
yes.
is zero. Mm.
L is 0 and 5 minus 1. It will print 5 minus 1, which is n. N index is 4. So this is
Yes.
how slice method is used. Now, coming to the last method which we have, split. Okay, split method. I mean, this also. Let me take this out. Okay, here, let me comment this. Okay, split is nothing but where you can split your string. Okay, let me run this. Okay, split it. Hmm, I'm not sure why. Control. Mm, remove. Okay, let me comment this. Let me see if this works or not. Okay, let me run this. Okay, see. So what did it do? Okay, what exactly is this? What exactly is this? What did?
Make
Huh? Sorry.
gives each letter like a string itself.
No, no, no.
Except
What is this? What exactly? Which data type is this?
string
No, no, no. This complete output. Which data type is this?
objects.
No. Okay. When something starts with in this way, then what is that?
Array.
Yes. So this is an array object. This is an array data type. This is like an array data type. Okay. And what it did is it went ahead and printed as we have used this str dot split, and in parenthesis we have given only one argument, which is nothing but an empty string. Empty string. Okay, we have given an empty string. What it did is it went ahead and divided each letter separately and created as a string, and it placed everything into an array, in a string array. This is a string array, right? This is a string array because everything are strings. Each and everything are strings. So this is a string array. So it went ahead and created an array and placed each and every letter in single quotes, and then yeah, it placed comma. So this is an uh, what they say, string array. Okay, so this is how you can split. Now I'm not sure why exactly this is not working. This should also work. Mm, this is like here. Are we giving any input in the
No,
parenthesis? No.
no.
Okay, let's see if this should work. Yeah, it now it worked. It was not working earlier. So what it did is, now what did it do here?
Put them back. Put this
Uh,
letter.
yeah, but now what? Okay, here this is a string variable, right? This is a string variable. Now what data type
Yeah,
is this?
this is arrays, but it's
Yes,
a string inside.
yes. So it converted into an array variable, array
Yeah,
data type. Okay, so that is
it's the
all.
opposite of the other one. The other one, the strings they were split. There were so many strings. Here is one string
One.
inside the array.
Correct. Yes, yes. So I
But
mean, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
so in which context we will use these things? Like now we know, for example,
Hmm.
uh, when we say
Hmm.
split, we know how to write it.
Hmm.
But in which context we have to do that? Like
We will
we have to
yeah.
go for this because mm,
Yeah, we will definitely come across this when we are performing automation or when we are writing programs. At that point of time, we will definitely come across this.
Okay.
There is one thing, a famous interview question, okay? A famous interview question, like in any programming language, you take any programming, let's say there's a string variable, okay? Okay, there is a string variable. Now, the program, the interviewer will ask you to reverse the string and print it. I mean, the the string should be printed in this way: H S I H S A. So it should print in this way. So this is a very famous question, very famous interview question. Try it from your end. Try it from your end. I'll give an answer tomorrow. Let's see if you can get an answer or not. Okay, everyone. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can do it. It's. Say we will be using uh arrays, or we can go with for loop, or we can go with array methods, or we can go with string methods. So there are multiple options. See how which method or which logic you will be using. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is all for today. And yeah, there's one thing which I wanted to discuss. We've seen that in a complex array, when we sorted, when we used array dot sort, it didn't sort in the right order, right? So I found an answer for that. What what JavaScript does on the back end is it converts. See, JavaScript does not sort numbers mathematically by default. It converts all elements to strings. It converts everything to strings, then sorts like in a dictionary order. Then it prints. So when we are using complex array, I mean multiple data types into one array, okay, there it doesn't consider as a different data types. It converts every data type as a string, and then it sorts in a dictionary order, and it gives an output. It gives an output in this way.
Mhm. Ah, yeah, yeah, I remember. Yes, it was like not
Yes,
logic order for the numbers.
correct.
I think like 12 starts with T
Hmm.
and 12 starts with T, but 3 of T, 4,
So
but F, 4 is F, starts with F. Is it like this? Is it like how you spell it? Like for here with for the numbers, like if there are numbers and letters together and the strings together.
yes. So it converted everything into string, everything into string. It ignores actual type, number, boolean, string. It ignores everything, and it prints everything in this, in a sorted manner, in a like a dictionary order manner. But here we have A, B, O, then we have false true.
Yeah, it's not in order of dictionary.
Yeah. So
But
this is
also numbers. The
no,
numbers also they're not in the dictionary order. If you want to know, to talk about spelling, is not.
this. I mean, if I see now, the sort compares, like it compares. I mean, it does some. I'll come with more clear examples. If I can find more clear examples, let me find for more clear examples, and then I'll come with this, because this is the logic. I mean, it converts everything into string, and then it prints. Sorry, then it sorts and prints the output. So yeah, that is what it does in a complex array. Where there is a complex array, I mean, with multiple data types, then it converts everything into string data type, and then it prints sorry, sorts and then prints the output. I'll come with a better example, but this is the logic. This is the logic that happens behind the scenes for JavaScript when we have a complex array.
Okay.
Okay, so that is all for today. Any questions, any queries, any doubts?
No, it's okay. We just the subtraction. We can discuss it tomorrow if you want.
Subtraction. Okay, okay. That is also, yes, we'll discuss tomorrow. Definitely, we'll discuss tomorrow.
So now
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Let's
okay.
discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you, Ashish, for
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
the
Thank you,
ex-
everyone. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Good
Mm,
night.
good night. Stop presenting.